evening, everyone. My name is Kay Litwin, and today I would like to discuss with the audience the growing consequences of climate change in the small village of Meenangadi, located in the South Indian state of Kerala, where temperature increases as a result from the rise in greenhouse gas emissions are creating warmer summers, unpredictable weather conditions such as flash floods and droughts, and the rise in sea level. These climatic patterns threaten not only the land and its resources, but also destroy the only source of income many of the villagers have in the field of agriculture, fishing, forestry, and tourism. Southeast Asia is known to be a physically vulnerable geographic location to climate change repercussions. And while many global and local organizations are working to drive India into a first world status, without addressing the real problem of climate change, many are still starving and living in destitution. Luckily, the climate change hotspot of Kerala has triggered the attention of the Indian government after facing pressure for climate change mitigation actions that were put forth by the United Nations in 2015 as part of the Sustainable Development Goals. Thus came the concept of carbon neutral Grama Panchayat, seeking to reach a net zero carbon emission through nature conservation, sustainable energy consumption, and adopting green technologies. While the State Action Plan on Climate Change of Kerala were strategizing their plan of action, the village of Meenangadi, with a population of around 35,000 people and 15,000 tons of excess carbon, they arose as a perfect location to commence carbon neutral initiatives because of their shrinking paddy fields and the distress of many of their cash crop fields, such as pepper and coffee. The particular project we will address today is the tree banking project, a simple idea that is growing fast in popularity. It is the first of its kind in India, and it seeks to change the way its citizens work and the way they live. Where once you would find farmers out in their paddy fields working, you will now find them out counting their trees. The outlines of the project are: plant a tree, and after 3 years, the owner of the tree can mortgage it for an interest-free loan that can be renewed annually for 10 years. The best part is, the money need only be repaid if the tree is chopped down. The project took root about 3 years ago when 300,000 saplings of 33 different variations were planted in 250 homes in Meenangadi. Now that the trees are grown, locals are cashing in. Not only is the planting of the trees reducing the carbon in the air, but it is also supplementing the incomes of the locals without industrializing the area. The local government took a very local approach to this project as well, which could account significantly for its current success. Bina Vijan, the president of India, and Meenangadi's Panchayat held over 500 meetings with farmers from every area of the village regarding waste management and sustainable technologies and initiatives. Understanding how the locals live and support their families and maneuver around the ever-changing environment was crucial to developing a first-of-its-kind initiative to reach the carbon neutral goals and enhance the standard of living for its people. The project coordinator Ajith Tommy explains how a team of volunteers and the locals will go from farm to survey the trees that have matured, take photographs, and map them on a monitoring system. They plan to implement the project in 23 other panchayats in Wayanad by 2021 and plan to plant around 10 million more trees in the next couple years. This project, like any others, does not come without its challenges. We recognize that the ever-growing population of India will cause the citizens to either to continue to live on top of each other or force them to begin encroaching on the new tree banking forests. Furthermore, the high population density leads to high level of job insecurity, resulting in employers and employees willing to cut corners for work and often use polluting technologies. The tourism industry, which is huge in India as well, continues causing unregulated foot traffic through fragile geographic areas. Because so many are in need of income, pro-environmental lobbyists are commonly weak, localized, or fragmented. These challenges and vulnerabilities will play a big part in policy changes and creation moving forward. But I believe that President Vijan is taking the right approach, and as long as policies continue to be drafted with not only the consideration of the local environment, but also with the consideration of the local economy and its peoples, Sustainable Development Goals may see a promising future in Southeast Asian countries, just as the state of Kerala has so far. I would like to thank The Guardian for their coverage on this project, the Kerala State Action Plan written and administered by the Department of Environment and Climate Change for exploring the consequences of climate change and taking a hands-on approach in outlining conditions, addressing challenges, and initiating a plan of action. And finally, I would also like to reference the thorough report, Creating a Carbon Neutral Meenangadi Grama Panchayat. Thank you for your time this evening.